giving back from the things that were given to me by a legendary coach, Coach Mark Gerald, Coach Marine, Michael Jenkins himself, and quite a few other people out in the community. What they're giving me, I'm just trying to give back.
So where are you exactly right now? Where are you teaching now?
I'm at Morningside Middle School in Charleston County Schools.
Mm-hmm. And you've been working at the high school level over the last few years. In fact, you were coaching at one time. What was that experience about?
It was great. I coached at Stall High School in Charleston County, and over the past few years, I've coached here in Mullins, in Columbia, in Williston, Elko, Barnwell County. So I've been coaching quite a few years.
So coaching is in your blood then?
I still have a passion for the game, so quite naturally you want to stay around the game as much as possible, and also to help young people understand the game and how to be men, become men.
Now you were a football star, you were a basketball star. What sport did it best for you? What did you like most? Which sport you liked most?
Well, I think I've taken a little bit from both sports. Football taught me the physical aspect, the physical mentality. Basketball was more the finesse, the quickness. So therefore, I've learned a little bit of discipline and toughness from both sports, and learning how to be a great teammate. Just those things that you can't get through any other type of events.
So, are you interested in getting back in the coaching game? Because there are people out there, I'm talking to people this morning, and they're saying like, hey Mike, I want Big Nasty back in the game. So I'm saying, and these are people who are in position to make that kind of thing happen. Are you interested in that at all?
Well, as of right now, like I said, I've been coaching all these years. I coached last year football, and it's still up in the air for this year. I think most definitely I may coach some basketball. But right now, I'm not coaching any football. But who knows? It's just due to certain things, certain situations that I prefer not to discuss. But
right.
Sometimes you just have to step away from the game for a little while. But it's still in me. So of course, that's definitely in the future.
Well, when you were here in the county, I was like, oh my goodness, Big Nasty's back. This is gonna be great. I had, dreams of grandeur that you were gonna stay. And when you left, I was like, oh man, he's gone now. I think it would be a smart move by anybody around here to kind of pull you back here. I would love to see you back here. Is that even a possibility?
Anything is possible. When I was here, I enjoyed it here. It's always good to come back home and give back to your own community. Due to certain circumstances, things occurred the way they did. And that's a blessing. I don't take any situation for granted. But however, like I said, you never know what may happen. This is home. This is always going to be home. So, of course, there's always going to be a different type of love here versus any place else. So, who knows what the future holds.
How's your biggest fan doing, that being your mom?
Well, she calls me almost every day. She's mom, of course. I love that woman to death. I thank God for her. It's a lot of times, people aren't fortunate to have a mother like mine, and I thank God for her daily, because without her and her encouraging words and being there for me, who knows where I would have been these days.
I watched you play high school football and high school basketball. I've seen you suffer devastating defeats in both. But since this is football season, I was thinking about those couple of losses that you guys had. One to Silver Bluff, and the other to, who's the other school that beat you guys late in the playoffs? You guys have been undefeated that year.
Batesburg-Leesville, I think it was.
Batesburg-Leesville, yeah. Okay. What was it? Because you guys were hurt that night. You guys felt you were state championship material that year.
Yeah, that's been many moons ago, but you're right, Mike. That was a very tough game because obviously we felt like we had the squad to make it to the state championship. We were well coached. we were together as one unit, and quite naturally, you put that much time and effort into something, that much hours, that much practice, and the will to want to win. Yes, it does hurt. And then it took a lot out of us, but that helped us grow into positive young men as well.
Right. Well, I have a picture of you in my living room, and I look at it almost every day, and that's the picture of you on the basketball court doing battle with Jermaine O'Neal. What was that experience like for you personally?
Well, the people here in Marion County and the surrounding areas, I think they knew what Big Nasty was about. They made the big hype about Jermaine O'Neal, but what they should have been doing was, Jermaine O'Neal should have been worried about Big Nasty, Dawani Fladger, so to speak. But of course, I guess I was built that way. I was programmed that way to rise above. The bigger the star, the bigger the stage, the more I wanted to shine, and that's kind of what it was. With Coach Jura, I knew how important that game was to him, as far as the notoriety and things of that nature. So I wanted to go out, myself along with my teammates, we wanted to go out and show the world, show the state that, hey, we play real basketball down here in Marion County.
Well, you know what? When I saw it, I think the first time that I knew who you were crossing McIntyre Street. This was probably the summer before your sophomore year. It could have been your freshman year. And I was telling you, Terrell McKelvey and Quincy Goss, them boys got something for you. You said something like, man, they better be worried about me. The same thing you said just now. What was it like going into games battling those cats back in the day?
Well, Man and Mullins was the big rivalry anyway. Mm-hmm. But I think I can give credit to some of my older cousins. Growing up, we played on dirt courts every day, and those guys used to beat the mess out of me. And I think that helped me become a better player in the future. So when I got to the high school level of sports, I was already able to compete against older guys because I've always done it my entire life. So Terrell and Quincy, those guys were some heck of a ball players, but again, at the same time, our mission was to show people that we got the best coach in the world, we got the best coach in this area by far, and we're well prepared, and we're gonna go out, we're gonna fight, we're gonna play hard night in and night out.
Well, after you guys came up, now I think a lot about the Class 3A Lower State final game in 1996, when you guys were feeling very good about yourselves after knocking off three-time defending champs Eau Claire, and then we go down to Orangeburg for a neutral site game against Holly Hill Roberts High School, and of course history shows that didn't end very well for you guys.
Yeah, well, it's such a coincidence that you bring that up, because I saw the guy, Javon, that hit that shot on Tuesday, I think, at the gas station in Charleston. He's living in Charleston now. And it's funny that we got to talking about that, and I was telling him that, you got a rabbit foot in your pocket, man. You're the luckiest guy in the world. But that game, it took a lot out of me, not only me and Coach Gerald, but that was the first time that I actually watched Coach Gerald, crying as a grown man, and he really expressed his love for the game, and whatever Coach Gerald said, I believe in that. That's just what type of individual he was to me, and it took a lot out of both of us, the team, and we just wanted to show Coach Gerald that it didn't have anything to do with you, and the way that you prepared us, because you put all the time and effort in, and you did what you were supposed to do. It was just unfortunate that it happened that way. It just wasn't our time. But we wanted to show him, that following year, that we were very capable and that we could get it done.
Now, fast forward to the next year. Mullins now drops down to 2A, but a lot of people will say, okay, it should have been easier for them, but it really wasn't easy, because you had defending champ Andrews down there thinking, this is